last leg of our cruise takes us from Punta Arenas north to Puerto Cachabuco. From there, we go to Puerto Montt and finally to Valparaiso, the port of Santiago. The distance from Punta Arenas, the southernmost city of Chile, to Puerto Cachabuco is 985 nautical miles, or 1,822 kilometers. The weather is cloudy and rainy. The sea is very calm because we are here in the inner passage. Floating ice reminds us that we have left the inhospitable Antarctic very recently and that we are approaching a glacier. We are here visiting the San Valentin Glacier, which is located in the Laguna Rafael National Park. It is the glacier which is closest to the equator. The walls of the glacier can be very high, and it is dangerous to approach them too closely because large blocks of ice can break off with no forewarning and create huge tidal waves. The area is very rainy, with a rainfall of up to 5,000 meters per year. We have arrived in Puerto Cachabuco and our boat is moored. The town has only about 1,200 inhabitants, and the center consists of a pedestrian zone where the few tourists are being offered the usual souvenirs. The only landmark nearby is a magnificent waterfall. Along the river we discover some colorful flowers. In the trees, some green parrots and a huge rock comb. After just a few hours, our trip continues to Puerto Montt, where our ship is again anchored. Puerto Montt is a fishing port with a population of approximately 210,000, which makes it a good-sized town. We notice that there is very little traffic in the center. If only we could experience the same back home. About 20 kilometers outside of Puerto Montt is a national park which invites us to a boat ride. The weather is still cloudy and rainy. Unfortunately, there's nothing to see except a number of cascades. It is impressive how the water at high speed tries to find a path through the rocks. After a very short stopover, we embark again for our last leg. We are now obliged to confront the waves of the rough Pacific, which make our ship wobble alarmingly and make some of our passengers sick. The next stop and end of our cruise is Valparaiso, the port of Santiago. After a 2-hour bus ride to Santiago, here is a quick tour of the city. From a slightly elevated fort, we enjoy a first view of the town. The trend here seems to also build skyscrapers. There are nonetheless still secluded spots where the pigeons and dogs feel comfortable. At the Square of the Arms, we find the Cathedral of Santiago. Here, the contrast between old and new could not be greater. Construction of the cathedral started in 1748, but ended only in the year 1800. Built in the neoclassical style, it is the seat of the Archbishop. On the same square is the main post office, built in 1908. Next door is the Natural History Museum, built in 1807. Up until 1846, the building served as the seat of government. Very close is the La Moneda, which served as a mint from 1814 to 1929. Today, La Moneda is the seat of the president. The building was seriously damaged during the military coup of September 1973. Its renovation was only finished in 1981. A little concealed, we discovered this simple monument for Salvador Allende, the president who was assassinated in 1973. A nice quiet spot next to the busy pedestrian zone. With an image that there is also poverty, we conclude our city tour and also this film.